What's up everyone, it's the Action Figure Freak once again, and I told you I want to finish the Sasquatch Pathwave. So yeah, today I've got you Deathlok from the Deadpool Sasquatch Pathwave, but not only that one, I also wanted to open a few X-Force figures since we got a few new releases. So since these are pretty sure both the exact same body mold, I was like, why make it two separate openings? Let's do both at the same time, double the figures for you, and quicker collection filling for me. So yeah, for now, I would say let's stop the talking for a second and get these things open. Okay guys, here we get both of them right out of the box, and I gotta say I'm pretty sure the basic Deathlok is pre-opened. The box looked kinda like that and the legs are really loose, but the X-Force Deadpool was pretty sure a unopened figure. We're gonna talk about the articulation in a second and all about the accessories. We got a lot of cool things in there. So yeah, for now, I would say let's start as always with the articulation at first. To show the articulation better, let's take that thing off. That was also in the AIM 2-pack trooper things, you know, just a backpack piece. You got a back peg hole in there, so you can use that pretty easy. Starting off here, we can already see we've got a vertical hinged head. I really like these. We got ball jointed shoulders. These are loose as hell. Side swivels, elbow and biceps tricep swivel. We got the double jointed pinned elbows, horizontal hinges on the left hand, and which I think is super good is the horizontal hinged hand on the right side. So for each gun character, sword character, I think we need vertical hinged hands. So I'm pretty happy that both of these get that type of articulation. We get the normal ab crunch, clicking ab crunch, I love it. We get the hip swivels, kinda blocked by the belt, but not too bad, moves pretty good. We got the normal ball jointed legs, swivels up here, double jointed pinned knees. We got boot swivels, which is amazing, vertical hinged feet, as well as the foot swivels. And I've checked it before, it's exactly the same articulation as on the X-Force Deatpool. So also the almost exact same mold. There's just one little tiny difference. Here he got the flag, and as you see, there's a square mold around that. On the X-Force, Uncanny X-Force one, it's just printed. So you can kind of see a square. That could also be the light reflection, but yeah. On this side here, it's kind of molded, but the flag itself is painted on, printed on. And on this one here, we just got the normal printed X-Force logo. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's go over to the accessories. So to the accessories, I gotta say, they are both almost the same. I don't know if that thing here is detachable, but as you've seen a couple times, here you can take it out pretty easy. I don't know why, but like, it's cool. It's cool for poses. I don't know. So first up, we get the backpack piece. It's pretty sure exactly the same on the X-Force one. Nah, just a little darker, less shiny. But yeah, that's not too bad. Of course, we get the Sasquatch bath arm. Reuse also on Zamnu bath, on the Wendigo bath that I used a couple of days ago, I don't know. But yeah, pretty cool arm. Put that aside. We got this big ass minigun. That mold is absolutely amazing. So there we come to the comparison again. The X-Force, Uncanny X-Force Deathlok got the exact same one, just a little darker. And I didn't realize that at first. So first up, we get peg holes on there. So we can actually put the bigger blast effect pieces like Iron Man shots in there. And as you see, didn't realize that, they can actually twist. These miniguns can kinda shoot. That's pretty cool. That's a neat feature. And that's not all. we got a couple shots. So that is pretty cool. So we can just stick that into here. So we can have a lot of ammo in there. And we can also stick it in on the other side. I think that's pretty cool. They could have made that whole part hollow. So you can just pull these right through the gun. There's also a difference between the figures. So the Uncanny X-Force Deathlok got some clear plastic yellow. I think that looks really amazing. So let's put that into the X-Force gun. So that's pretty cool. And I might just realized, what's that all about? Nah, I thought because there is a peg hole in there that we can attach that thing. But no, it's actually not attachable, which is sad. But would have been cool. But yeah, we got that. I don't know for which reason. Maybe that's also a reuse. But yeah, pretty win accessories so far. We get the exact same gun twice. Just a little darker on the X-Force one. And the visor is also in red. I think it's good. Both figures got the same ones because these are for the holster here on the belt. So let's put that inside there. Also on the X-Force one into here. That's pretty cool. And I was wondering, since that one is almost the same figure, what did they put instead of the Sasquatch bath arm? They actually put another piece in there. That's a big ass shotgun. I don't know if this is a reuse. Write in comments if you know if that's a reuse and from which figure. But I haven't seen that on all Marvel Legends so far. So that's pretty cool. On the figure itself, we just get one more accessory piece on here. But yeah, nothing too special. Let's talk about the details of these two. Okay, here's two really quick poses. So yeah, let's just put that away. These legs ain't stable enough for this pose. So yeah, let's see first up the differences between both of these hats. So the X-Force one got a red eye and the other one a yellow eye. The shape is exactly the same. On the classic one, we got a lighter brush, and here we get some shading, some darker one. I think both look pretty good, but I gotta say I like the X-Force one way better. Also, what else do we got on here? All these yellow lines, so as well as on the other one, are actually molded on there and then painted. On the belt here, we get the belt buckle painted, which looks really awesome. All these pockets around here is also pretty cool. That thing I think is really nice. They should start that with Black Series figures or a lot of other characters. That knee protector here, I don't know. It looks so good that it's attached to the knee joint itself and moves with that. I think that's really cool. Also on the boots, we get these silver plates on both sides painted as well as the gold on here. So that is a really nice figure. But yeah, that one is loosened up pretty bad, sadly. But like, it looks good enough to be in the collection. On the X-Force one, as I've said, it's almost identical. We just got here, instead of gold, some silver, just a few color changes, as well as on the belt buckle here. So they are almost the same. Just to give you a few close-ups of these faces again, I think they've done a really great job. I'm gonna watch real quick when these have been released, and then I'll be back for the rating 1 to 10. But I think I already know which rating these are getting, especially for the time they were released. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, the basic one released in 2017 and the X-Force one released in 2019. So it was a pretty cheap copy for Hasbro, like 2 years later releasing that one. it was pretty cheap for them. But like for that specific time, I think these accessories and all the stuff that was in there is pretty amazing, and they look really good. As I've said, I don't like how loose that figure is, so mostly the legs, you see how much gaps there is and all the movability. It's a little sad, but like I actually got the X-Force one mostly because of my X-Force diorama. That one mostly for the Sasquatch bath. So gotta say, I don't know Deathlok from the comics that good. Think I didn't have seen him at least once in the comics. But like it will happen sooner or later. So for the time they came out, I would give this a solid 7 out of 10. Especially for that one, like 2017. We get a gun, we get a backpack, we get a bath piece, and we get that absolutely beautiful minigun that can rotate. I think that is a really neat feature, which we don't get that often. Also, like on guns, we just get reused things, and something like that would also fit on a Punisher figure. Like he also got always these special weapons. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I got. This is simply mostly all for today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe for more like this. Now it's finally time to say, action out.